Good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune for the third day of December 2018. Well, December is a catalytic month. 12 reduces to 3. 1 and 2 is 3, so that's catalytic energy, unification, wholeness, all of that. It's a 3-day, so we're going to align there too. Little extra catalytic energy for a Monday. Monday's about moon energy and feminine mysteries and the divine feminine and intuition and meditation and good stuff like that. I went ahead and I just published the monthly tarot reading on the blog over at Stepping Aside at imsteppingaside.com, so if you want to check that out. I may have the geomancy one up. I've done the chart for it. I just haven't written it up yet. So I'm hoping to get that up by today sometime, maybe this evening. Our morning was changed. It was only about 18 degrees out this morning, so we didn't do our walk. We're going to do that here in a little while after it gets warmer. Needs to get up probably in, around 30 before I'm happy out there. So 18 is just a little bit too cold, at least to do any kind of a decent sized walk. So I'm going to do this, and I did the tarot reading instead of going on the walk, and I'm doing this, and then I'll probably do the walk, and then I'll do the geomancy reading. So 2 of those in one day. Fun. Just as a clue, responsibility is going to be a big one this month for us. So behaving in a responsible manner towards self and others and things like that. So check it out. See what you think. See if any of it resonates for you. Sometimes it's always best to go back at the end of the month and take a look at what was written and see, okay, did that come out the way we thought, or did something else happen? So these are just, possibilities that we talk about here, not anything that's carved in stone. I'm not about telling fortunes and things like that. I'm more about talking about influences, and how we can make those work for and against us in our lives. So anyhow, let's count 13 and see what we have for today. Those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. To those of you who have come back, thank you. Welcome back. Anyway, blessings to everyone who comes. I appreciate it. So we have the 6 of Cups. At least no court card for today. Having trouble speaking. So we have the 6 of Cups. So again, we're looking at higher self-influences with the 6, also responsibility and harmony. But here we see that we are sharing our wealth and our abundance with someone else, aren't we? We see the yellow house in the background with the tower. Kind of makes an expression of will in a way, that we're able to give to someone else when we have so much abundance. So we see 6 cups filled with flowers. A 5-petaled white flower sticks out of all of them, showing purity of intention. And the 5 points meaning, mind, body, spirit, the pentagram, air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. But everything in balance, coming from that place of inner joy and harmony that allows us then to extend that to others. So that's nice for a Monday, isn't it? Let's take a look and see what the rune has to say, though. I just let the runes fall through my fingers. I don't count 13 out and take the 13th like I do with the tarot. Little different process with the runes. Oh, well, we have Gebo, which is balanced energy exchange. And Gebo is either the, oh, there I go, dropping my rune bag. Gebo is either the seventh, yeah, the seventh rune of the Elder Truth Arc. So, you know, that's a number of balance as it is. Did I drop one? No. Oh wait, one did fall out. There we go. Degas. Enlightenment. Beginnings and endings. Hopefully that's the only one that fell out. So I don't know. Anyway, Gebo is about it's the rune of balanced energy exchange, and so what we see a lot when we see a society where we don't express compassion to those who are less fortunate, when we want to take away Medicare or Social Security for people that are older, when we want to take away Medicaid for people that can't afford any kind of health insurance. Maybe they have a very sick child that they have to take care of. They can't afford to work because they have to take care of the child, and so they need assistance in order to do that. When we provide for folks like that, that's a form of balanced energy exchange. It's a form of this as well, giving to the less fortunate, giving of our abundance. We have a very wealthy country. We choose to spend our money, though, in a very odd way. We focus on war and oppression and all of these other things instead of elevating our society. We think that if we extend healthcare to all people, that that's a sign of weakness. We think that if we don't do great business deals, which they're questionable in the first place, how great they are, then we're not a successful country. But the success of our country has to do with how we interact with one another as much as it is with how we interact with the world. And so if we're allowing for a lack of balance to take hold, which is what has happened, then you can see the problems that result. When we're not able to extend compassion to people wanting to come to our country, fleeing violence, and maybe coming to this country isn't the ultimate solution for them, but we can't argue with the fact that they're fleeing violence and all kinds of things that they're dealing with in their own home countries. So instead, I saw that they were preparing wearing riot gear on the border and being, you know, dealing and experiencing gassing and smoke bombs. They had their gas masks on and all of that. And I thought, well, okay, but the toddlers weren't given any gas masks or any riot gear to protect them when they decided to lob some CS grenades, you know, some gas grenades across the border there into Mexico at the migrants a couple weeks back, if you'll recall. So anyhow, that's not an example of balanced energy exchange. It doesn't mean that you necessarily give everybody what they want, but in the way they want it, but at the same time, you engage with them in a way that isn't harmful. So that's what really this is really talking about. So we're looking at so the Six of Cups then is we're willing to acknowledge that abundance can be shared with others and that's a good thing, all right? It elevates society when we do that. I saw on social media a lot of people were heading south to California to do whatever they could for those who lost everything. One woman was driving an RV that someone gave her for this purpose, and she had some friends that were going ahead and taking some campers with them down there or trailers down there to just give to everybody. And so they've got somewhere to live, at least temporarily. It's something, it's anything, you know, and it's thinking about others and sharing abundance with others in a way that is vital, you know, at a time when people are having such difficulties. I mean, they lost their homes. Maybe they lost family members. You just don't know what they're dealing with down there until you go, and people are going, and it's a wonderful thing to see. But when we see balanced energy exchange with Gebo, what it's telling us is that's what we need to be doing with others and not holding that back within. Um, so I guess, over this, whether you're talking about today or whether you're talking about that being a theme for the month, this is the last holiday month of the year. And for those people, I mean, there's various things happening this month, whether it's a religious holiday for you or it's not, whether it's you're celebrating Yule or you're celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is you're celebrating this month. I don't know, maybe practice some balanced energy exchange with others, especially, if you're going to go spend some time with people. We're all kind of at odds with one another these days, and it's a sad situation that we're experiencing. So hopefully in this year of illumination, we have the last month that's catalytic, December's a catalytic month. And so basically what we're going to be hopefully seeing is some movement on the illumination that we've gained over the last year. Perhaps we'll see that bear fruit to where maybe some different decisions can be made. We'll have a whole different House of Representatives in January when they come in. So we're going to start to see some things maybe manifest from all of the stuff we've been hearing about and finding out. So you can call that a reflection of the so-called mainstream news, which some people want to blast and say, oh no, we don't want to listen to anything they have to say. Well, here's the thing. There's investigations happening. You can decide that you're going to reject all of it out of hand and that nothing that they do is real or honorable or anything else. But I think you're going to end up being in the minority. We find out what happens, we deal with it, hopefully. And sometimes that doesn't happen. And when it doesn't, then more things happen, don't they? And eventually you're going to have to come to terms with all of it, no matter what it is, no matter what the truth of it is. You got to come to terms with it, and then you must act on it. You've got to either stop the nonsense or create a new or something. But something has to happen. And there's the catalytic part of December. So hopefully, whatever we're going to be finding out, whatever's going to come out this month, because I'm sure there will be plenty. It seems to come out more and more, a little bit more now than it was, more dribs and drabs before, but now we're starting to get more information. So whether it's about the greater political situation that's happening collectively to all of us, or it's about something that's happening in your life, perhaps you're finding out and you're becoming illuminated about this and that, and you're discovering some truths that maybe you either didn't want to see before or you just simply discovered through the year that has only to do with your personal life. Either way, we go forward in balanced energy exchange with others. To not do so is very destructive. So hopefully that we can invoke that as we go on today and in the coming days. It would be probably the best thing we can do for one another is just to drop resistance and just be loving and see how that goes. You never know. Might be a better thing. So anyway, I'm going to let you all go for today. I'm going to do a short one today because my morning's all messed up and I've got some things I've got to finish doing here. So anyhow, we'll check in tomorrow and do another one tomorrow and see how tomorrow goes. Go and check out the monthly tarot reading. Hopefully, like I say, I'll get that geomancy one done. We'll see how much they align together. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So we'll see. I'm already looking at it, and it's well. I mean, it's at the very end. The very outcome is about joining and coming together as conjunctio. So I'm thinking that, in all likelihood, it's going to probably align with the tarot reading. But we'll see. I don't see a whole lot of the theme of the tarot reading is responsibility. So, and standing in one's own power and remaining balanced and expressing joy that way. But But we'll see on this. Because the end of the matter is carcer. So I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. That's kind of a prison. So how much are we going to imprison ourselves? I don't know. But at least we have conjunctio at the end. So that's positive anyhow. But we'll see. Have to see how it progresses throughout the whole shield. So um, because in geomancy we do what's called a shield chart. So anyhow, thanks so much for coming by. Hope you come back tomorrow. Click subscribe. I'd love you to do that. And be good to one another, be good to yourself, and blessed be.